When a woman is interested in a man, she may start acting differently around him without even realizing it. The excitement and nervousness of a new crush can cause some odd behaviors in even the most normal of women. While men tend to be more direct, women often drop subtle hints that they like someone through unusual actions. Below are some of the weird things women do when they have feelings for a guy. Welcome back, everyone. Before we begin, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe this channel first to get more valuable dating insight. Now let's get started. They try to make him jealous. It's a common but peculiar behavior among many women to intentionally try to spark jealousy in the guy they fancy. They might often mention male friends, past dates, or upcoming meetups with other men. Sometimes, they'll even dress up extra nicely before seeing the person they like. Despite seeming counterintuitive, provoking a little jealousy is their way of testing whether he reciprocates their feelings and sees them beyond just a friend. It's a method some use to gauge his level of interest and determine if there's potential for a deeper connection. They have awkward conversations. Often, women who are usually talkative and charming might turn into nervous wrecks around their crush. This nervousness leads to awkward pauses, unexpected compliments, stuttering, and sometimes even cracking corny jokes. They might blurt out embarrassing things and immediately regret it. The anxiety of being near someone they like can turn them into a clumsy, awkward mess, making it challenging for them to articulate thoughts or have a smooth conversation. This shift in behavior stems from feeling overly anxious or nervous in the presence of their crush, causing them to struggle with expressing themselves coherently. They stare when he's not looking. Sneaking discreet glances at her crush becomes her secret hobby. She loves admiring his looks and daydreaming about what a relationship with him would be like. But whenever there's a chance he might catch her staring, she quickly shifts her gaze away, avoiding long eye contact. Instead, she resorts to stealing quick, secretive glances to fulfill her desire to gaze at his handsome face without drawing attention. Her attempts to admire him from afar involve these subtle, fleeting looks that allow her to indulge in daydreams about him without the risk of getting caught staring. They find silly excuses to talk to him. She finds reasons, her apartment's temperature, Wi-Fi issues, or the unreachable top shelf, to seek his help quite often. These excuses lead to more chances to chat or spend time together. While it may seem casual, her true aim is deeper than mere friendship. Any excuse, no matter how small, becomes an opportunity to interact with him. These made-up reasons serve as a way to connect and spend time together, all the while masking her deeper intentions under the pretense of casual interaction. The frequent need for assistance or chats creates opportunities for them to be together, aligning with her underlying desire for a closer connection. They get nervous and fidgety around him. In his presence, she becomes a ball of jittery nerves, playing with her hair or tapping her fingers in a rapid flurry. This nervous energy stems from the rush of adrenaline and a fast-beating heart caused by being close to the man she fancies. Her excitement shows in her fidgety movements and inability to sit still, manifesting as playful gestures or restlessness. The surge of emotions triggered by her feelings for him creates this jitteriness, leading to animated actions and an overall sense of giddiness whenever he's around. They remember every little detail about him. Her deep fondness for him drives her to meticulously remember every detail he shares. From his favorite sports team to unique hobbies and even amusing childhood tales, she keeps track of everything. Each piece of information she gathers offers insight into his character, allowing her to understand him better. Demonstrating her attentiveness shows genuine care and interest in getting to know him on a deeper level. Her dedication to recalling these details showcases her genuine affection, making it clear that she values and cherishes every aspect of who he is. They laugh more around him. In the presence of her crush, even ordinary statements suddenly turn into amusing jokes. Her brain releases dopamine, bringing pleasure and making everything he says seem funnier. She searches for any reason to giggle, chuckle, or burst into laughter at his words. His mere presence seems to transform everything into a source of amusement for her, easily tickling her funny bone. Entranced by his words, she finds herself continuously amused and joyous, as his presence seems to elevate the humor in everyday conversations, creating a light-hearted and enjoyable atmosphere around him. They fix their hair and makeup frequently around him. Around him, she grabs every chance to sneak a glance at her reflection and make minor adjustments to her appearance. Whether it's fixing her hair, reapplying lip gloss, or adjusting her outfit, his presence transforms her into a meticulous stylist. Wanting to present her best self, she gains confidence by looking her finest when around the person she finds attractive. These quick touch-ups serve as a way to enhance her appearance and boost her self-assurance, allowing her to feel more poised and self-assured while trying to make a lasting impression on the one who catches her eye. They act differently around their friends when he's there. When with her friends, she's usually carefree and playful, embracing silliness and goofiness. However, when her crush joins the group, she alters her behavior, aiming for a more composed and sophisticated demeanor. Around him, she might appear quieter, laugh less at their shared jokes, and avoid any behavior that might seem embarrassing or immature. She consciously filters her actions, presenting a more polished and refined version of herself, aiming to showcase her best qualities and avoid any traits that could be perceived as dorky or less mature. This shift in behavior reflects her desire to create a favorable impression and project an idealized image when her crush is around. They find sneaky ways to initiate physical contact. They look for subtle ways to make physical contact, like brushing arms, playful nudges, or sitting close on the couch, any chance for skin-to-skin contact. Touching creates stronger bonds and triggers attraction chemicals in the brain. So, she cleverly creates opportunities for innocent physical connection between you both. These small gestures help foster closeness and familiarity with her touch, gradually building intimacy between you. They avoid certain topics to not scare him away. Desiring his reciprocated feelings, she cautiously steers clear of discussing topics that could potentially push him away too early. Conversations about past relationships, family issues, politics, or religion are deemed off-limits. Instead, she keeps the discussion light and away from anything that might spark controversy. Revealing deeper aspects of herself can wait for later. She's careful not to risk things by delving into potentially heavy or sensitive subjects too soon. Her focus remains on keeping the interaction pleasant and enjoyable, steering away from topics that might dampen the mood or create tension, aiming to maintain a positive connection with him. They act helpless and ask him to assist with tasks. They sometimes play the damsel in distress card, seeking his help with tasks like car problems, moving furniture, or dealing with a spider. By appearing a bit helpless and relying on his assistance, she triggers his protective instincts. This behavior, acting a tad helpless or delicate, taps into his desire to be protective and showcase his strength. Letting him lend a hand not only allows her to get help but also lets him feel like a dashing hero, satisfying his inclination to demonstrate his masculinity and come to her aid. They avoid criticizing him. She finds it crucial to hold back from mentioning his flaws or disagreeing with his opinions. Her usual approach is to agree with him, even if she doesn't see eye to eye internally. Speaking out with criticism might hurt his feelings or harm her chances with him, so she chooses to overlook small annoyances and maintains a positive tone. Only if something is truly important would she consider discussing it politely, and even then, it would likely happen after trust and rapport have been established between them. Her aim is to keep things pleasant and avoid potential conflicts that might jeopardize their connection. They find ways to keep conversations going. While talking to her crush, she puts in effort to avoid any pauses or abrupt endings in the conversation. She keeps the chat going by asking follow-up questions, adding witty remarks, and smoothly transitioning to new topics. Her goal is to sustain the dialogue, believing that the more they talk, the better chance she has to captivate him. Through engaging banter and aligning personalities, she aims to establish a closer connection and potentially win him over, recognizing that a lively and continuous conversation can contribute to building rapport and showcasing her personality. They consume media or products related to his interests. If he talks about sports, she'll suddenly become the biggest fan of his favorite team, pretending to know a lot about the game. If he's into lesser-known indie bands, she'll magically claim she found them last week and now can't stop listening. His hobbies and interests swiftly become hers, as she adapts overnight to match his passions, aiming to connect with him on shared topics and demonstrate compatibility. They get unusually shy around him. Usually outgoing and talkative, she undergoes a drastic change around him, becoming unusually shy and reserved. Her responses become short, she hesitates to start conversations, and she prefers listening over speaking. These behaviors hint at her feeling overwhelmed by her feelings for him, making her unusually timid and hesitant to engage. Experiencing vulnerability around her crush triggers a shy side that contrasts sharply with her typical outgoing demeanor, indicating the depth of her feelings and the impact his presence has on her. They find backdoor ways to connect on social media. Rather than directly sending a friend request, she takes a subtler approach by following his Twitter or liking, commenting on his Facebook posts. These actions allow her to admire him from a distance without making it obvious that she wants to join his social circle right away. Initiating contact by offering compliments or agreeing with his posts serves as a safe way to break the ice and establish a connection online before taking a more direct step. This indirect approach lets her engage with him on social media platforms while maintaining a level of discretion, allowing the interaction to unfold gradually. The next time you notice a woman acting strangely around you, look for these weird behaviors. She may be intrigued by you but expressing it indirectly through quirky mannerisms. While her odd habits may seem confusing initially, recognizing them as interest is the first step toward building a real connection. If you found these tips useful, give the video a thumbs up. Share your experiences in the comments and spread the word by sharing this video with friends who might benefit from it. For more similar content, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to support our channel, you can use super thanks below. We truly appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.